Welcome to Hot Takes, where we talk about debatable topics. Today's debatable topic is if live production music is better than studio music.
I mean, come on. Studio music's always going to be better.
I agree. Studio music.
Live, in person.
Live.
Dude, there's just people that they might be able to write good music, and then when they put the studio in, you've got, all the doohickeys and doodads and knobs that you can twist and make them sound better. When they go live, they sound like fucking dog shit. There are definitely people out there. Now, I have an appreciation for people that can actually fucking sing live, but that's why live isn't always the greatest.
And that's becoming harder and harder to find. Mm-hmm. Those people that can sing and perform live. So, I mean, it just sounds more crisp in the studio.
I feel like that's why our point makes more sense from what you guys just said.
So
we like listening to live music.
Shitty music?
Appreciate the greatness of people when we go watch them in concert or at a venue.
But the greatness of that is depreciating.
Yeah, but you might like someone that can't do live well. Like they sound like shit when they're live, but you like them because their studio is fantastic. Like, I guess
it's false advertising in a sense if you can't do it live.
Well, they're performing too. I mean, they're running around and they're singing at the same time.
I mean, it's just a different
act.
energy. It's a different aura when you're there in person to experience it and witness it going on versus every day listening to the studio version for me.
I know I'm arguing studio, but I'm having a blank here, so you live folks can pitch in on your what is auto-tune?
Yes.
Auto-tune can make them feel better. Sound better.
So who's an example?
That's a bad
T-Pain.
T-Pain is actually
I'm
very
kidding,
good.
I'm kidding. I know that.
That has been a topic
that
recently
just
as
blew
well
up.
because
Yes.
for years everyone
Tallahassee.
Yeah, no. T-Pain is fantastic live. No, but there are people. I'd have to think about it a little bit more, but I just know I've listened to live and I'm just like it's not as good. It's just not.
Well, I would hope it's not as good when you have all the editing and stuff, but are we talking, I just want to make sure I'm understanding the topic here. Is it, we are talking about the appreciation of live music, going to a concert and witnessing them perform versus just listening it on the radio or on your...
That's how I'm interpreting it.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's a way to look at it. What do you enjoy better? Is do you prefer listening to something live or do you prefer listening to something that has been through the studio? And I just like the better sound quality that comes out of the studio than a live version of a song. Like if I were to download a song and you can download the live version and the studio version, I'm going to download the studio version. I do not want the live version.
Agree. I agree to that.
Of course. Yeah,
That's my argument on this. But I think
point,
you're approaching it from a different, like more of an environmental standpoint. Like you're in the environment of listening to live music versus just hearing music at like a party. Because like you're talking about a live band versus a DJ at a wedding or something like that. Yeah. Kind of a similar concept as what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but during the episode we mentioned Ultra, we mentioned Swedish House Mafia, and I believe you said
is it not?
You said specifically that damn we fucked up because we didn't stay for the live version when we watched the quote unquote studio version from our room.
We fucked up because it was the last time they were ever going to.
No. We fucked up because we didn't stay to see them live in person for the
they were
entire
splitting,
experience.
Dude.
So
that was more of a historical thing.
I don't know.
It's different.
They're back. They're back though. You can go see them.
But I know they are.
They're back.
But
it's all good.
I think you're also kind of proving our point. EDM music is studio fucking music
Basically.
just replayed.
It's completely different.
They're not making these sounds from their mouths.
We just talked about how it's all collabs now. Like EDM is turned into a mosh of all different types of musics, which brings in
recorded studio music.
Yeah, in his example, Christina Aguilera is not out there like singing on a mic. It's a recorded
What's
thing.
the live, the song that David Guetta just came out with BB Rexa, the remix? I believe BB Rexa is going live fucking singing that straight up, and it's much better in person. You've got the live version there as well.
I have not listened to it, but she might have a really good live voice.
BB Rexa does have a good live voice, I believe.
I think it's just a little in the space of the celebrity music people that sing, not just create EDM.
Yeah.
I think this may be a far-fetched claim here. I would say 50% are actually good at singing and 50% are just they really do need the studio to make them sound better. And if they didn't, they wouldn't be on the radio.
But that's kind of the point. Like, it's just you're saying it's almost easier to have a good song because you have ghostwriters, you have all these auto tunes, you have
100%.
all these sounds, all these productions and studios, yada
Definitely.
yada yada. But that's why, like, you need
I'm
to
not a
appreciate
purist.
live.
I'm not a purist.
Music more.
I just want the
So-
good song.
Yeah, but again, so all right. You mentioned earlier, one of your favorite songs is from Garth Brooks. So you wouldn't want to see that live. You wouldn't want to see him perform live. You'd rather
Probably
just listen
not,
to
no.
No way.
Okay.
Now, if you ask me that question,
Kenny doesn't even believe it. He's fucking laughing.
I didn't say that.
You're not denying it.
I wouldn't see that. Actually, to be fair, I think that song actually has a live feel to it because doesn't it have the crowd in it?
Yes, that's part of the whole.
There's a
It's
reason.
the experience. It's
There
the
is a
aura.
reason why I like that song, and it's very different than the quality of the song, studio versus live. It's just because it's something that I connect with my dad on. Period.
All right, let's look at it like this.
Completely different. You're going out a completely different route. Now, if it was live to go see it with my pops, fuck yeah, 110% I'd go because that'd be something I'd remember for the rest of my life. But it's just because we have a connection to that song. I wouldn't personally just want to go by like, oh my God, Garth Brooks is coming in town. I wouldn't pull that off where I'd be like, I have to go get tickets and go. Like that's not me. Now I enjoy the festivals because I enjoy the atmosphere and it's fun and it's like just get drunk and have a good time. But I'm not someone that wants to go see these people that I've listened to for years and years. I don't really care for it. They're really expensive too. So it's just like I'd rather just listen to their fucking music on my terms when I want to.
That's the point that I was going to make. Like, in order to go see a live performance compared to seeing or listening to anything that is over the radio or downloadable or whatever from a studio version, the hustle and bustle to get that done is dramatically different. You have to go see them. Like, I'm not a person that's starstruck or anything like that, so that doesn't come into effect for me. But there are people that do things because of going there. Hold up your tally marks. That's all you want.
So you don't
The
get starstruck, okay?
the ticket pricing. I mean, we've seen exactly how that looks in recent times where there is massive price gouging, so it's becoming increasingly more
Don't
expensive.
forget the surge prices for fucking Ubers.
Yeah, well then that also comes into play where it's like travel and hotels
I
and
just looked at
food and
myself
all
on
of
the
these
screen.
different things.
I look like such a fucking douchebag.
Okay.
See, Kenny, your
So-
own partners, you're losing your own
Yeah, he-
partner.
I know. I'm sorry. Sidebar.
Fuck you. Let's go to a concert. Fuck you, John.
So
He said, "Let's go to a concert." Done.
Kenny,
There's
I
no
mean,
more.
listen,
Stop while we're
We're
ahead.
right. I just had a weird squirrel moment. Okay, I apologize. It has nothing to do with our fucking argument.
who are your favorite artists?
I don't really have a favorite artist. I don't like have something where I have to just listen to one person. I just bounce around.
Do you want one from me since he has given you not an answer?
I
Yeah,
don't- I
what's
don't
your
have-
favorite songs then? Yeah,
Let's just go with J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Let's go with J.
Cole's a
Cole.
good one. Yeah, J.
Fantastic.
Cole's a good one.
Okay.
Love J. Cole. Thank you,
Neighbors.
Fitz, for
So
introducing me to J. Cole.
let's just
I know you don't watch this yet until you're on here.
let's just say, take away the price gouging and how expensive a ticket is. Take away you're not starstruck and you just want to go see someone perform. You feel like it's not worth going to see J. Cole and just, hey, let me go see what J. Cole's all about in concert, getting the full grand scheme of thing versus just listening to on the car radio. Like, you just won't do that just because of all these other factors?
No. And to your point, because the way you phrase your question, if you feel like you want to go in person, then I think you already answered the question. Yeah, I'd go because I feel like I want to go in person. That's how you phrase your question. But if J. Cole was in Orlando and I had the opportunity to go see him, the answer is no. I probably wouldn't go because I'd probably be doing something else. I'd have there's also the side of people probably wouldn't go with me. The only person that would go with me is Dre. He would go see J. Cole because we talk about it all the time. We fucking love J. Cole.
And maybe
he would
Eric
go with
Fitzgerald, who
me.
you
Eric would go.
referenced. Right.
Eric would go.
Right.
So I'd have to go with people. That's another side of it too. Is I wouldn't go by myself. I wouldn't do that. So I would rather live would be more fun to experience with others than like something like me to choose to go to. But I prefer to just listen to him in the car, man. It's just I crank up higher and it's awesome.
But that's
I
not
have
your
a great
favorite
time.
artist, though. That's
Johnny,
that was just
listen,
someone-
it's not
someone
fair to
using-
ask this question, especially for Kenny. It's not fair to talk about live events for Kenny because he doesn't enjoy live events in general. He doesn't tell us about how awesome UCF events are in live with price, because price gouging doesn't happen there, and Ubering to the event or getting to the event doesn't happen there. He's never done that before or talked about it on this podcast. So it's just not a fair question to ask Kenny about doing something live. He just prefers to enjoy it at home. So
I just
it's
can't
fair.
believe they're sitting here trying to say you guys wouldn't want to go see someone live that you really enjoy and you'd rather listen to them in the car. It's literally your point. That's it.
Like 20 minutes ago, I switched teams. So
What the fuck? 20 minutes?
So we're done.
What is your
Again.
concept of time?
10 minutes ago.
10 minutes?
You're not helping your
like
case. Now I'm
not
going
even 2
further
minutes
on
ago.
their
We don't
side.
even have to
I'll
ask
go
time.
solo.
I'm the only one making good points here.
You lost a teammate.
Price gouging.
You lost a teammate when you started looking at yourself in the camera. I went to the other side on this one.
I mean, it's very simple. Like Elton John, Stevie Nicks, like all these guys and girls and people that are great. Like if they could perform live, you want to see them live. Like that are actually good.
If you remove all of the external aspects of like price and hustle and bustle and all of these things that come into play, and if you just look at the two variables, would you rather see someone, going back to your J. Cole question, if you would rather see J. Cole live and you didn't have any of the conditions that revolve around that, or listen to studio, yes, the answer would be I would listen to him live. But the problem is that it's just not the case, and it's not a normal question because there are always external conditions that come into play.
Of course.
But yeah, I'd like to see J. Cole live in the event that none of that existed.
Let's just call a Swifty real quick, and
Yeah, they'll go.
That'll confirm it. as
No,
well.
because that's all start. That's the other problem, though. That people go to these events just because of the celebrity status of that person. Like, I would say like 50% of the people that are, especially at like a Taylor concert, 50% of the people that are there because they want to say that they've been there. They're not there
And they
because
enjoy
they
the
choose,
music.
Like, slightly, but they want to say they want to have the say and they've been to that experience. I highly doubt that they want to pay, I don't know what the prices are, $600 for a ticket, do all that bullshit
That'd
just
be
to get
cheap.
there. Like, I just don't think that it's really because of the decision between studio versus live production. I think it's because of the, I have been there.
I don't think it matters because you already traded teams. Like this is over.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
why we're
done.
still
Yeah,
talking. So
Let's
cut
I'll
that.
just wrap up with my quick take on my opinion. I know it's a hot take. I'm not trying to sway you guys here, but from a perspective of the quality of the song itself and like actual like hearing it and what I prefer, it's going to be always studio. As far as the environment or like the starstruck or stardom to go see someone, I just don't typically have that. But I will say from a live music perspective, I enjoy it when I have good company with me. I like being able to look over to my right and see Ryan fucking singing a song that I'm also singing because we're at a piano bar on a fucking cruise. Like it is a cool fucking experience.